Hi everyone, this is Kenzie.
Throw that pussy back for real, Nick.
Funny thing about me, when I get into something, I tend to make that thing my aesthetic for the foreseeable future. And unfortunately, I am hopelessly obsessed with everyone's Tinder and Grindr replacement, Valorant. Valorant, released by Riot Games, the same people responsible for the free-to-play gold digger known as League of Luger, came out in June 2020, but I actually played in the beta. I have the beta watch card to prove it. I played it incredibly on and off through the years, and I always kept up with it in some way, whether it was Valorant streams or character and lore releases. This video isn't an insane show of skill with raised satchel tips or Viper lineups. Hey, what's going on, my juicy pussy brethren? I'm gonna teach you how to do this fucking Viper lineup. It's really fucking simple. It's really easy. You aim at this little pixel right here and you throw it just like this. Okay, so you throw it like this. Okay, so you throw it fucking like this. Fuck my asshole, dude. Okay, just fucking throw it like this. Okay, you do it like this. Motherfucker, how did Gregor do this shit? Yes. God damn it. Fuck, finally. Oh, I mean, fucking, yeah, easy fucking lineup, easy peasy. You're literally fucking brain dead if you don't fucking do this lineup. I just want to gush about this game. If you haven't played yet or are into it just as much as I am, then stick around, because there's gonna be a little something for everyone. Unless you're here for Gundam stuff, in which case, here's that girl from Wicked Witch of the West or whatever it's called.
It's my stress, that's for sure.
Now, like I said before, I'm very into Valorant, but me getting into the gameplay took a while. What really hooked me from the start were the characters and lore. A lot of League players already sympathize with falling out of love with the game, but sticking around for the ever-expanding lore, and Valorant is really no different. The main gameplay loop is even explained in it, which I appreciate. You have the typical attackers and defenders, but the attackers are from a mirror Earth that is on the brink of launching Twitter. So to stop their planet from reaching its untimely demise, they come to a real Earth packing a spike bomb that they have to plant to steal their precious substance called radionite, which is basically the core of everything they use. So naturally we, the defenders, can't let them take our radionite powered chastity cages. Not to mention, considering the prices of radionite on the store, bitch, I'd steal that shit too. Get that shit on LimeWire or something. Fucking Jamster. Y'all remember Jamster?
I am so well, I am so sorry.
Valorant is the Valorant protocol, comprised of a collection of agents that are either affected by radionite, giving them special powers, or just regular people who are kind of fucking weird. The protocol is led by the man who just wants to shoot his Vandal without getting too political, Brimstone, and the Mirror Earth has their own Valorant protocol, with all of the same agents, so even if you're going against the same agent as you, these matchups have voice lines and it's all lore approved. I'm purposefully leaving out deeper lore stuff like the shit with Chamber and his role in causing the fracture, but Sir Jeppy is right there, and there's more fun stuff to talk about, like these characters. Spoiler alert, I like all of them except Chamber, because not picking Chamber in Spike Rush has to be in the Geneva Convention somewhere. Every character is attached to a role that no one really pays that much attention to in low-level play. So even though there are roles that allow you to express yourself through team play, the only role that matters is the hidden role that I made up, Survivalist. Whether you have smoke, splashes, or a copious amount of Rule 34, nothing matters except your own life as soon as you lock in. Here's a cute bitch's explanation of all the roles in Valorant. Warning, the amount of real knowledge you will obtain will vary. Duelists are 100% no asterisk the worst at being survivalists. The first ones to go in and the first ones to go AFK after getting opt. Usually the Reyna and Neon Instalockers will survive the least. I am both of those things. Duelists are usually considered the most fun characters to play because they typically have abilities that allow you to go DK mode. Their kits are designed to enable you to get kills with as little resistance as possible if used correctly. While everyone has the same access to the same firearms, no one is throwing hands better than these maniacs, as long as they are alive anyway. Controllers are alleged to set up their team for success, but considering how many times I've been concussed by an Astra playing Battleship, I think that claim is up for debate. All controllers are survivalists with pollution. They just put shit in front of you and you kinda just have to accept that. These Machiavellian manipulators are rewarded for having map knowledge when no one else does. The littering that you do as a controller is meant to equalize the battlefield, and learning to play around and with your controllers are key to success. Or a Brimstone can trap you in a corner and blow your ass to Kingdom Come. from, whatever the vibes are, to be honest. Initiators are survivalists with the innate ability to gaslight your teammates. Literally, you flash them with a light. Unless you're Fade, then you just make sure the enemy can't see that you left them unopened. Initiators don't necessarily have to be on site first, but they make it safer for the duelist survivalists to go in first, using flashes, sources of light that blind enemies that are there to look at them. Flashes are thrown in many different ways, but as long as you can tell your teammates that you're flashing so they can ignore you, then you can excel at this role. After you use your abilities, however, you are expendable, and you are no longer worth the phantom you're holding. At least that's what my dad told me. What do you mean I'm traumatized? Sentinels are the power bottoms of the Valorant protocol. Their abilities are centered around survivability and... Wait, they are the survivalists! They're great at it too. Unless you're Chamber, then you're just a cheat. You just cheat. Every Chamber I've seen is always good with an op at level 1. They always cheat in Spike Rush. Y'all just cheat. Jett cheats too, but especially Chamber. All Chamber players go to clubs and sit in the corner with their sad shot of vodka just to nod their head to Rich Flex. Y'all ain't safe. Yes, this is Chamber slander. I'm mad because I'm bad. I don't care. Want to play? Let's play. Play with my wee-wee, bitch. What the fuck was that? Aside from Chamber, we have Sage, who I play solely so people will yell at me. It allows me to feel something, so don't judge me. Sometimes I hold on to my heel to make them beg. Duh, I'm a Sage main. I will not heal my allies, or whatever she said. Now, although there are roles and abilities that favor certain roles more, like I said earlier, everyone has the same blick at their disposal. Once all of the abilities are said and done, if you can't hit your shots, then you may as well be a walking KDA booster. Now, this is only if you don't have abilities left to use. A lot of the time, abilities are used to make your main goal easier to accomplish, which should be either to plant the spike and keep it down till it explodes, or to keep the spike from going down in the first place. Using your abilities in tandem with the Draco is the best thing I learned starting out. How does that apply to real matches? Kinda like this. Now, at the point of making this video, I'm in the level 20s, and the things that I learned will always apply differently. Like, if someone calls me a slur, it's not like I can just deafen myself with Fade's ult, I just kinda have to hold that. But in real matches, it's a hill climb no matter what. The game's gunplay isn't like anything I've ever experienced. At the point of me playing it, Valorant was the only thing of its kind that I tried, and God, it's hard, even with a little understanding of it. There's other shit you can learn like wiggle peeking, strafe shooting, and other little silly acts of violence, but at the end of it all, you gotta land the shot. I personally suck at using the operator, and I don't buy it, but once I hit this...
My ult is ready.
Bitch, you can't tell me shit after that. Well, you can tell me a little bit of shit. But that's just the gameplay. What do you get to do in this game besides shoot people in this shooting game? Well, this being a tactical shooter with a focus on helping you improve for the competitive mode, most of the modes play a part in improvement. Unrated is the main game mode, which is basically competitive without a reason to care, and where most Discord kitten transactions are completed. Unrated is first to 13 rounds with no best of system, so if you are trading rounds from start to finish, you can be in a potentially 25 round match, which if you carry the 7 and subtract 10, you're left with a fucking long time. Attackers are in charge of planting a spike, which one person can hold at a time, and defenders say,
We also decided that we are going this way.
There's an economy system as well, so when you win or lose rounds, you earn money that you can buy stronger weapons, shields, and uses of your abilities with. And if you die with those weapons, you start with your regular pistol and nothing else. But if you stay alive, you keep those leftovers and you can save money on trying to recover your lost Gucci belt. For a while, this was more or less the only mode you could play until they added more modes, the main for fun mode of the game being Spike Rush, and at the time of me writing this sentence, a brand new mode called Swift Play, which is unrated but shorter. Spike Rush, otherwise known as Neon has ult, or alternatively, Jett has ult, or alternatively, Chamber has Chamber. Spike Lee is a joint where if you are the attackers, then everyone has a spike and anyone can plant it. Everyone in the match has the same loadout, but the loadout is randomized. So if you suck with the shorty, everyone has a shorty, unless they have some stuff in their kits that allow them to not use the shorty, like Chamber, Neon, Jett, and other silly willies that don't play by the rules. Spike Spiegel is typically played by higher level insta-lockers who want to flex their karambits, and at a lot of times, in my experience, it is a complete wash, but can be fun if you get guns that you're familiar with. And as far as a complete package goes, no free-to-play Riot game is complete without skins, a store to buy them, and a dummy overpriced way to make said overpriced skins look marginally better if you don't buy the battle pass. Let's talk about them. Valorant players all across this hell site have talked about how expensive the skins are in Valorant and whether they're worth it or not, and of course, I agree. I am an adult with limited funds, bitch. I can't pay $40 for an RGB colored kitchen skewer. At least not now. As far as the skins themselves go, it's very obvious where Riot came from in terms of how skins looked back then compared to now. They look good in general, but I have to think a lot about buying them because of these higher prices. And it's as if Riot knows of this thought process because they use the power of FOMO to make sure you don't take too long thinking about it. Rotating stores aren't a bad thing to me, but I won't sit here and say that it doesn't influence my purchases every once in a while, which isn't a bad thing, it's my money to spend after all. I like the aesthetic green screen skins like Horizon and Nebula, Winter Wonderland, Undercity, and any knife that has a cute animation like the fans and butterfly knives. Radiant Crisis gets an honorable mention, and Zed skins are just so... Oh my god, those prices. But if you like them, I hope you get enough kills to get the most out of them, like damn. Also, I'll never buy Radianite because it's never that serious. I'd rather buy Dogecoin. And that was a Valorant video. I don't even know what to call this. It's a Valorant video. Next video is gonna be litty. I'm gonna try to get some guests in it. It'll be fun. Don't forget to subscribe if you wanna see the answer to the universe. Join the Discord for more updates. Follow me on Twitter. Everybody else is doing it. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and most importantly, stay cute, you lovely counter-terrorists.